The doctor is in, and today we have geriatrician Dr. Chandini Sharma. And as we just mentioned, teasing to this, she's here to talk about caregiver stress, particularly during the holidays, which is right now. Yes,
yeah,
so Dr. Sharma, welcome back. Timely topic for us here today.
Yeah. So, I mean, we all know that caregivers, they feel that, sometimes that they are like, for instance, if you were my daughter and you were taking care of me, you'd be like possessive. You're like, I can do the best job for mom, and I alone can do the best job for mom. It's like, well, if I had other children, it'll be like, yes, Shannon, you can, but the other children ought to as well get a chance of taking care of me, because then everybody would know how well I'm doing or what is missing in my life. And sometimes some people can open up a little more with someone else. Mm-hmm. Caregiver stress is such a big thing because often we've heard that caregivers have dedicated their life to the person they're taking care of and they've ignored their own health. And then if something not nice happens to them, then the one they were taking care of will also not do well. But they ignore the fact. It's like, no, I got to do everything. They don't go for their own regular checkups. Their blood pressure's off the roof, floor, wherever, and diabetes is not controlled, etc.
Well, some other issues too with that are sleeping issues, weight issues, and even mood, feeling sad,
literally
angry, overwhelmed at times.
All of it, because depression sets in and they don't even know it. Mm-hmm. Because they're not going out to meet their own friends. They are isolated because their loved one can't go.
And it's a full-time job too.
It is. It's just like babies. Like if a young mom, of course, being much younger, can get overwhelmed with saying 24/7, I need help. Well, so does the caregiver. And even Medicare recognizes that, because if you're on an Advantage program, a respite of even a week will help the caregiver just unwind, reignite, and be available for a lot more time. And the longer the caregiver can take care of you at home, the less likely that the loved one, has to move to an institutionalized care. Mm-hmm. If you can afford it, there are private paid caregivers. That also, like, it's a calling. To be a caregiver for someone is a calling. And for those people, not nice things can happen in this world anytime, but the majority of them do such a fine job. Trust them, get their help, so that you, as the loved one, the family member, can take care of the loved one longer.
Is there a reason this might be a little bit more intense, taking care of a loved one during the holiday season as opposed to the rest of the year?
Oh, hugely, because then you feel divided for the 3 generations that you're sandwiched in. You want to take care of your children, your parents, and grandparents, because usually the profile of a caregiver is a lady. Of course, there are some gentlemen too, but a lady in her mid-50s. It used to be in the 40s, but now it's mid-50s. And some of them are still working. Mm-hmm. They're handling their own job. They're handling their children. They're handling their grandchildren and their parent. Yeah. How many jobs can a caregiver do, They're only a human being too.
Well, it sounds just like my mom. She was a full-time caregiver at 50 when my dad was on hospice working from home. So it is a lot to do, just watching that from an outsider's perspective.
And because of Christmas time, when the family is together, that's also a time to bring the other family members in, to recruit them. You can get other people to help you, so you can get a little break.
Definitely. Well, Dr. Sharma, thank you so much for coming by today. As always, we appreciate it. If you have a question for Dr. Sharma, you can email those to us at noonshow@griffin.news, and we'll be sure to get to those.